Welcome to This Week in Politics. I'm your host, Michael Mallon, for WVBR News, the news source for Tompkins County. This Week in Politics, we'll be looking at the opposition to the ending of the war in Iraq. This past Friday, President Obama addressed the public and had this to say.
Today, I can report that, as promised, the rest of our troops in Iraq will come home by the end of the year. After nearly 9 years, America's war in Iraq will be over.
Just 150 soldiers will be left in Iraq to handle arms sales, and the rest of the 39,000 troops will be brought back to the U.S. Though many have called for the end of the war in Iraq, there is still a strong opposition to this quick retraction of our soldiers. Senator John McCain claims that this will be seen as a victory for our enemies in the Middle East, in particular Iran. McCain has always been a supporter of the war in Iraq, though during his 2008 presidential run, in a speech envisioning what his presidency might be like, he did say he believed the war would be over by 2013. On CBS's Face the Nation, Representative Michelle Bachmann said, "It seems more political-based than it does military-based, this decision, so it's more like a General Axelrod is making this decision to take the troops down to zero," referring to former presidential advisor David Axelrod. This comment comes despite U.S. Defense Secretary Leon Panetta coming out in favor of the troop withdrawal and claiming history suggests that Iraq will be fine. In Des Moines, Ron Paul, who has consistently called for the end of the Iraq and Afghan wars, said, "I predict we will be very, very much involved in Iraq. I think it will be unstable for a long time to come, and we will continue to spend a lot of money in Iraq, money that would be better spent taking care of our people back here at home." So looking at the Republican opposition to the end of this war, it would appear as though this may just be another partisan union. The GOP has been very effective in presenting a united force on almost every major decision in order to provide a strong and consistent counter to whatever the president does, in the hopes that this will garner enough support to win the presidency in 2012. Considering the inconsistency from GOP members in their feelings toward the war and their disregard of opinions given by experts in the field, I would say you can mark this down as another case of Republicans going against Obama no matter what. There is, however, one person against the end of the war that should be taken very seriously. General Lloyd Austin, commander of U.S. operations in Iraq, has stated that Iraq is not ready for our troops to be pulled out, and that without a U.S. presence, Iraq may not be able to defend its borders and airspace. This has been This Week in Politics. For WVBR News, I'm Michael Mallon, urging you to stay informed.